In this video I will test the letter S. This will be a completely unqualified video of me rambling about stuff that I would like to see in Destiny 2, so subscribe, like and drop a couple comments because... What? Hello world, hello viewers. If you don't know me, you should subscribe. I'm talking about stuff that I would like to enhance in Destiny 2, so that's a very unqualified video. My only qualification is I'm a gamer and I'm playing this game. And by the way, I won't criticize this from any perspective of a World of Warcraft MMO player or something. I'm more criticizing it from the perspective of a Doom player or stuff like this. So I'm criticizing gameplay, movement, customization options, stuff like this. And by the way, these will be things that can be added to the game as it is right now without destroying any balancing or any design. So stick with me. Oh, this was probably the most serious intro that I've ever done. Okay, let's start. Okay, the first thing that I came up with, or that I think would be pretty nice, is that I would really like to have a little time counters here on my grenade and on my shield and everything. So when this is recharging, I'd like to have a precise information how long this is charging. I don't know if there's any purpose of not knowing it, but I think if I would know it, it would make a lot of sense, because it probably would make this whole experience a bit more comfortable, a bit more precise. Like when you have guns in Call of Duty or grenades in Call of Duty, and I will stop referring to Call of Duty in a second, but when you have these and they show you how long you are charging them, when they have a little symbol that's going, I'll simply show you. Actually, this game has something like this. If you go here on your vehicle and you press E and you hold it, it makes this little ring. I'd like to have this as an option, so I can switch this on in the game. So I can actually show this on the lower left edge, below my grenade, below my shield, below my dash function, stuff like this. So it shows me how long it will take until it's reloaded. I think this would make a lot of sense to have this as an option. It could also be an overlay on top of the current head-up display as an option in the menu. Would be quite nice, I guess. Then, I don't know if the lowered gun position with the crosshair is actually the one from Halo, or if the one from Halo is even lower, but I'd like to have a third option to have this crosshair even lower, just because I can. The lower the better, right? Then, this is a kind of general thing, but I'd like to have a slider for the first person weapon model field of view, so just because I want, just for aesthetic reasons, because some people might like to change this. And in Doom 2016, in the multiplayer I think it was, or some other game, you could make the hands invisible. I'd like to have this option too, just I would never use it, but I think it would be fun to have this. And also from an aesthetic standpoint, I think it would be cool to have an option to have a visible helmet, maybe one universal design that looks the same for all characters, or one that's based upon the model that you're using. So when you're using one helmet it looks like this way, and when you're using another helmet it looks in a different way. And then of course with the visuals, I'd like to have customizable visuals. Like in Serious Sam 3 or something, you could kinda customize a lot with the visuals in nude colors and stuff like this. Would probably be quite cool. And what I also like, please, I mean, I know right now I could do this through cheating software or something, or do some shortcuts, but I think it would make a lot of sense if I would have an option in the game to shortcut to a weapon, fire it, and then cut back, go back to the other weapon. So when I'm looking at this one, I'm selecting a blade here, and when I'm going, for example, from pistol, I can swap to the blade, I can fire it, and then I can go back to my rifle. So I'd like to have a function where I can press some melee button, and then it swaps to the knife, to the blade, I apologize. It swaps to the blade, and then it swaps back to a gun. So it's like a quick switch thing. It's like something in Doom, I think in Doom you can press a button, and then it switches to the Doom guy switches to the chainsaw, and then he can switch back, stuff like this. Similar to that, would probably be kind of comfortable. And then also, what I would like is having some, maybe, I don't know how they would implement this in the game, but some options so I can dash, like in Doom, just because I want. And also because some of the enemies, the Vex and everything, they sometimes do this. Some of the enemies, they dash to the side, they simply jump to the side, and it's kind of unfair. I'd like to do the same thing, I'd like to be able to do exactly the same thing. Why are there no enemies? Whenever I want to demonstrate something, there are no enemies. Oh god. So we can see that the enemies are moving kinda in a horizontal way. Not the flying ones, but these ones. Yeah, he's boost running. Why is he boost running? So I'd like to do the same thing, so I'm able to move faster.
3 hours later.
And this brings us to the next point. I'd like to have, potentially, different vehicles. Maybe cars. Car-like vehicles that probably have a little, I don't know, score system or some additional little missions, side quests, whatever, bounties that I can do. So I get score when I drive in a very cool way, just because I like to drive cars in video games. I mean, it can be a flying car, it can be like this one, but as a car, but I'd like to have this to be able to drive it in first person. That's the next aspect. I'd like to have some option to simply have a button to switch between first and third person. I mean, doing it automatically, okay, fine, but why not? I mean, it can do first and third person. Why not give me an option to switch it manually? I'd like to switch that manually. A lot of people, I think, would like to switch that manually. I don't think that this would be any problem. So, give me an option to switch stuff manually. I'd really like to be able to do this. Oh, yeah, by the way, it would be cool to have a button that teleports me back where I was a few seconds ago. I mean, I came up with this in that second because I fell down.
3 hours later.
And I wanted to make it look like this was on purpose, which it wasn't.
3 hours later.
When we're talking about fails, if you like this video, like it. If you don't like it anyway, so more people see it, so more people can tell me that I suck. So let me know if you also have videos like this, if you actually have videos where you're talking about this stuff. I don't think that someone that has an impact on something will see this video, but I thought it would be somewhat interesting to have a little feedback video here to talk about stuff that they could add to this game. So next aspect that I'd like to have in this game would probably be in the customization options. I'm going into the settings here to the video to have some weird, like weird little features where I can basically have the edges of my screen when I'm playing in 16:9 with bars, so it looks like 21:9, but the bars are blurred. So it's still 16:9, but the bars are blurred and rendered in a lower resolution. I think this would be a fun feature or something. I'd actually add this to games because sometimes I think like, yeah, it would be okay having it in a low resolution. I'm not always staring at the edges of my screen, so it would be fun, at least from a cosmetic perspective, to have an option that says like activate bars in 21:9 or 32:9, something like this, and then play around with the resolution. Might be quite fun. Also, a sharpening option, post-processing sharpening would be cool. Maybe. We have the render resolution, but I'd like to have the post-processing.
They won't collect any intel here.
Oh my god, the ghost is kind of loud. And then of course the health bars. Oh god, the health bars. Our favorite feature of every video game. People, they are weak enemies. I don't use the health bars on them. I don't need them. It would be so nice to have an option to switch off the health bars on weaker enemies. Or switch them off in general, but for weaker enemies at least I'd like to switch them off. This would be kind of perfect because I really don't need them. You can see, as you can see, maybe it's me, maybe it's the fact that I can't use them because I'm incompetent, but look, I'm shooting them, I don't care about the health bars. Maybe an option to put the health bars at the lower end of my screen or below my crosshair or something, or some option to switch it off would be quite nice, I guess. And then also what could be nice would be an option to have this running, so it shows me constantly where I have to go. Maybe like in Call of Duty, they started doing this, I think in Infinite Warfare, where you could have a grenade and your gun at the same moment, something like this, so I can carry around my ghost where it's staring at me while still holding a gun in my right hand. Would probably be kinda cool, like having my gun in my right hand and having my ghost in my left hand. My Rubik's Cube ghost. Beautiful. And then also give me an Easter egg from 2001: A Space Odyssey, just because it should be like in the pre-sequel of Borderlands. Sorry, my brain is kinda messed up right now. Then of course one very important thing, so this game is amazing. I mean, look at the whole environment, but there are areas that I can't access and then there are invisible walls and stuff like this. This is not the most elegant way to do it, I guess. So did I pronounce it even the right way? Anyway, I'd like to have more additional side options that you can find somewhere that spawn these platforms. So I, for example, have something like in this place where you... I'll show you, wait. Something like this. So when you spawn here, you can sometimes look down here and then there are flying islands or something down here. Someone can trigger this. I don't know exactly how this works. I'll find out for sure, or maybe not. But it's kinda cool. And I'd like to have this to be able to have an overview through the whole map. I get that they probably won't make every area here accessible, although I think this looks kinda nice and I'd like to access it. It would be okay to simply add missions where you have these islands, maybe spawning, in a way it's like a jump and run Super Mario, but in space. Wait, this already exists, it's called Super Mario Galaxy, but you know what I mean. Platforms, so I can walk from here to here to here, so it would be probably a good way to make it easy for the developers to actually not let us access these areas, so they don't have to get rid of problems. They might have glitches or no geometry or something, you might fall through this, I don't know, I've never been there. so they could solve this problem by having dead zones there, but still having platforms, so I can basically overview the whole area. Wouldn't it be cool to spawn a giant flying castle, little reference I guess to some anime or something, here in space somewhere? Wouldn't it be really cool to have an additional mission here, to a whole area where we can go up here and overview the whole area? Because as far as I see it, this is all rendered. I mean, there's no loading in between or something, no visible loading or so. We have actually this dust, which I didn't realize was there, so I can view this whole area. So why don't have a little island here, a floating island? I mean, floating islands are a total normal thing in sci-fi. And then we are going to the more meaty stuff. So for reasons that I can't explain, I think it would be quite fun to have something like an underworld. Can you imagine what I mean? I mean, little portals or buttons that we can press, or in some places caves that we can go into, to actually go to another map that's designed like an underworld. Maybe they could use this weird different dimension or something, this white dimension where everything is full of whiteness. I don't know, it's not snow, it's some weird other white stuff, it's like powder, I don't know what it is, but probably could sell it or something, but it is white powder, yeah. Digressing. So before we start selling stuff that shouldn't be sold, there was this dimension where there's white powder everywhere. I'll wait a second. I don't know, I'm not finding the map apparently in the custom matches, but you know what I mean, this weird dimension where everything was white and filled with dust and powder and everything. That's probably confusing, but this video is getting way too weird, I have to cut here. Then on the next hand, what I think for most games would be a good thing, for most campaign and FPS games, it would be kinda nice to have access to these multiplayer maps. If you go to the... Oh, I'm already in here, cool. And ignore the clan name. I can't talk. Come on! Come on! And please ignore the clan name. Yeah. Oh, he's reviving me, thank you so much. So when you are in a multiplayer match, you have these different maps, and some of them, they are set within this universe, but some of them have still very interesting settings. Some of them could also be extended from the scale, but I think they should be somehow accessible, maybe like with Spec Ops missions in Call of Duty or something, maybe with some custom designed, yeah, special missions where you get pushed towards certain events or something, towards certain, yeah, let's fight juggernauts or stuff like this, you know what I mean, something like that, or maybe not. So for example, this year I'd really like to see this map here. How do I launch it? Okay, I really like to see this map and to see this environment, and maybe be able to run around and do some special missions. Would be fun, would be a different, would put some different settings, some different gameplay in the game, just for fun, just because we can. I also strongly believe that aliens exist in this video game. What? Look, something like this, we spawn and then there comes a real cool voice and says like enemies inbound, stuff like this, and this did not sound half as cool as I thought it would sound. But anyway, look at this environment, you could have a lot of cool stuff here. You could have turrets here, spawning turrets here, and not like where you have to stand and shoot them for half an hour until their health bar is down, but I mean some Call of Duty like stuff where you have a juggernaut that you can fight, and then you have enemies that you can simply one-shot and stuff like this. They could even implement these things. This, whatever this is, looks like an antenna for internet or something. Probably it actually is, I don't know. Fiend be gone. And then having vehicles in here, spawning vehicles, and having close quarters battles, or making this here accessible. What's wrong about running around here? Why shouldn't I be able to run around here? I don't think that there would be any problem with that. And I'm not fast enough in going back. Great, super cool. So, could be a nice addition to the game. There are some areas, if they could extend them, or maybe extend some paths in the open world to them, so you can have even better hidden paths and boxes, might be cool. Please, let me work for you, people, I'll work for you for free! No, I'm just kidding, I'm not that pathetic, you have to pay me. I don't know what this was. This wasn't me, this was an interruption, was an interference. John C! And then of course now we're going into the more intense, more invasive stuff. So I think the dynamic weather thing is a cool thing, but I like to have options in the game that alter the game even more. So when you spawn in one of these open world areas, at first it should be more open, but it would be cool to have not only snow maybe, or maybe some autumn. I mean, they probably don't have trees with leaves, but something better. You can come up with some better ideas than me. But I think it would be cool to have options to have a flooded area. So it looks like you're underwater. So you can run around, you basically ignore the fact that you're underwater, but it looks like you're underwater. Or maybe having a bit of water that only goes to your knees or something, so it's not that deep or something. So, some cool features that look nice, this is what I'm trying to say. What I also think could or should be added would be events that change the whole environment. They already have these. If some of these spaceships, of these space pirate, space hamsters spawn, then everything becomes dark. So I think it would be nice to actually have some events that, for example, spawn a new type of enemy that follow you everywhere. So it's like in No More Room in Hell or something, where you actually have a whole open world map with a lot of zombies, or maybe some mission that spawns enemies in waves and stuff like this. I could imagine this might be fun, as a bit of a yeah, fun here and there, so it's not always the same thing, you know, when they have these events that are for a limited time only, and you have areas like the European aerial zone that are not accessible the whole year. I think it would be cool to have stuff like this that happens if someone triggers a button, so it changes the whole game how it looks. They could also limit it in the time and make it limited time only, but on a recurring basis, but not like only once a year, please, more often. I want this more often, it's so cool. And what I could imagine would be having one of the alien spaceships hovering here and then being able to blow it up or something, and doing this once a week or so. Would be cool to have more events that have an impact on the environment. And then, one really important aspect, what I loved, aside of these things, they are great, would be cool to have one that kicks me somewhere here in an unknown area. But what I loved was when in the Exodus event, before our worlds vanished, you know, Io, Mars and Titan, I guess, and Mercury, I guess, Mercury was it, yeah. They changed with updates or something, they changed some boxes, I guess. I think they weren't boxes and then there were boxes or something, I'm not sure. It looked like they changed something. And I thought it would be really cool to have this in the whole game. So every week you have a bit of a different setting. They could do this with one update and then only do it through the clock, obviously, through the time code or whatever. But they could spawn these things, and then when you come back a week later or something, they're different things. They don't have to update it, but have something that they do, that they create for, let's say, the next month. They put it out in an update, a monthly update, and then through the next month, without needing to download an update, you always get these new objects. You always run around, then you for example come here and then you see, okay, there's some terminal or some weird thing laying around here on the ground that you can collect, or you can fall down like I do.
Because you're worth it.
And then what might be cool would be having these social areas, but in every map one. So for example, if we go, let's say here, just random direction in space, go here, we could have a social area where we can walk around in third person. But again, I want a button so I can also keep harassing and annoying the people in first person, just because I want. I'm simply wanting to have a button to do these things. I don't know, button, yeah. I'd like to have a button that I can press so to spawn even more enemies, just for fun. Wait, there were these balls that were flying at us, and now they... Oh, they're birds. And now there are no enemies. I thought there would be enemies coming out of them. Okay, this confused the hell out of me, but... Yeah, okay. What's wrong with my brain? And then, of course, these things that were planned to be done in the actual first release of the first Destiny game would be cool to have all of these features in this game, obviously. I mean, for example, one of the features that I personally would like to have in this game would be the following. Wait a second, I'm going here, okay. Why does my melee doesn't work? Okay, I'm going here, I'm following people, and then I'm going down here, and there's this invisible wall. Why can't I simply join the people? Let me join these people. This is necessary. Please let me do this. And then, as a Borderlands player, yes, I confess guilty. I confess it. I'm a Borderlands player. I'd like to have a button that can not only spawn barriers like this, but I'd also like to have an option to have a little turret on top of this that shoots enemies for me, that goes and kills everyone for me. It would be quite nice. And then, of course, most important, I want an option to invert the colors of the game. Just for... No, this is a joke. I'm not serious. I don't need to invert the colors of the game. Why should I? Maybe Christopher Nolan could make something cool of inverting colors, but probably not even he could this. He has to invert time, so yeah. All I have for you is a word. Subscribe. It will open the right doors, some of the wrong ones too. Mostly wrong ones. This was a reference to the trailer for Tenet, so it wasn't even a good reference, but it was a reference. That's a scam! And then for reasons, it would be cool to have a body shield mechanic, so you can not only go and beat the enemies, but you could go and... Oh my god, failsafe is messing... It's talking over me, oh my goodness. But it would be cool to have an option to actually go and instead of squishing their faces, to actually grab them. So I can carry one of them and throw them at their other enemies. If they're weak enemies, of course not with bosses, this wouldn't make a lot of sense, this would probably be weird. And by the way, we need the Cyber Demon from Doom 2016 in this game. We need the Cyber Demon as a boss enemy. It would also probably be interesting to spawn boss enemies here as an event that affects the whole map, or that impacts the whole map. Just for fun, just because we can. And then, I mean, we all know it is necessary to add trains to the game, because we like trains. And every FPS game, especially these open worldly games, they need trains. We need trains so we can sit onto them and drive and keep shooting. So it's like a rail shooter in a not rail shooter game. It would be so nice. I didn't realize that rail and train. Oh god, I'm so funny. By the way, if you're still watching, I need feedback. Do you like these interruptions between the scenes, between the cuts? Let me know if you like these interruptions or if you don't like these interruptions. Gimli the goblin would not be happy if you don't like them. If you don't know what I'm trying to say, then at first I have to apologize. I know he's not a goblin, and the second thing... what did I want to say? If you didn't have the Gimli interruption, it's kinda incoherent what I'm saying. I'm so sorry. So anyway, it would be cool to have grappling hooks. No, sorry, I apologize. No, we have enough games with grappling hooks. I retract that. No grappling hooks. The biggest update they could make is promising us that they will never add grappling hooks to the game. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm not hating on grappling hooks. Grappling hooks are amazing if you do them right. So what I like to see are zip lines, which is a totally different thing. I want zip lines to move from A to B, and it would be very nice. And then please give me some ladders or something. I like to climb on the ladders, or have a zip line that goes straight up and down, so I can go one-handed and shoot everything. Would probably be kind of cool. Not for the people that I shoot. Wouldn't be cool for them. Things. I don't shoot people, I shoot things. I take their state as a person before I shoot them, so I don't have to shoot people, I shoot things. I shoot lifeless objects after I've killed them. Okay, enough of this garbage. I mean, this is something that's kind of weird. I don't know if it should be part of this video, but let's be honest. We have this area here. It's a beautiful area, but when we go here, we have this cliff here. Can't we have a map that's exactly like this? That extends? Oh my god, my ghost is annoying me. I should make this way less loud. Okay, couldn't we have an area that extends this and adds to some type of procedurally generated Minecraft-like area where you can harvest resources? So the resources in this game make a bit more sense. Wouldn't this be nice to have such an area? Like one area that's where the gameplay is completely different? And then of course, why don't give us the horde mode or the survival mode, the wave survival mode? Everyone wants this. I'm pretty sure that everyone wants this. I mean, in every game everyone says, I want this mode, and then there is no mode. Why don't give us this option on the multiplayer maps or something? And honestly, why don't have some Battlefield-like mode here, running around in the open world and killing each other? Why don't have such a thing? Or maybe having Battle Royale mode. Which I'm not advocating for adding Battle Royale to the game, okay? I distance myself from that position. I'm only saying it, maybe from a commercial standpoint it would make sense. And seriously, I wanna go here, I wanna go up here, okay? It would be so cool to have a game where you can't access these areas and then they patch them and then you can access them. Maybe that's not cool, maybe that's simply efficient because they are releasing not fully developed games or something, but in this game it would be cool because I feel like this object is there since years. So why don't access it? I wanna go there. There again, the aliens talking in the background. This is so loud. And just because there was this movie by Christopher Nolan released, if it is possible to do a simple time inversion, give us time inversion in the game. But this has literally nothing to do with this video. This is just because I'm a nerd. Cringe master lord of nerdishness. No, nerdness. I think nerdness is the correct word. I have to research that. Let's keep committing some war crimes in this game. Death. And then it might be fun to have some stationary turrets that you can use. I don't know if this is okay for the enemies. I wouldn't ask them. I would simply patch this in the game and then use it against them. Might be quite fun, might be quite cruel, I don't know. Wait, where's my... This video is getting out of hand, it's kinda too much. I like how the Vex have basically terraformed this world and now the Cabal people are going and basically mining what they have created. It's like one builds a house and then the other people go and destroy the house. Just because reasons. That's quite cool. Oh, hell. Ooh, I nearly died. Would be cool to have climbing passages. I mean, this is just personal preference, but why don't have climbing passages? I'd like to go here and climb around there and stuff. Let's see if I can survive if I go here. Ooh, oh, this actually worked. And now, mostly important. I mean, there are things that simply are not bound. There are the things that are not key bound. So, key bindings, you know what I'm trying to say. So, when you're sprinting, you can't slide to the left. You can only apparently slide to the front. I don't know if it's possible to slide to the left. And what I want is simply I want to be able to slide in all directions. Just because I want it. Just reasons. Just because I can. Let's be honest. Why don't add this to the game? Maybe in a multiplayer it would be weird, but let's be honest, the multiplayer could simply add a little... It could need more... goodness. Yeah, this is what I wanted to say. No, I'm just kidding. The multiplayer is totally fine. But I don't play it. Because I'm bad. So make it easier. Yeah. No multiplayer. Again, multiplayer on these large maps, I could imagine, jokes aside, stupidity aside. There are aliens everywhere. No, I said stupidity aside. Multiplayer on this big map, why not? Why not have such a thing? I mean, seriously, when it's like in Battlefield, when you're running around, grabbing some sniper rifles, shooting each other, then maybe having vehicles or stuff like this, maybe while actually playing at the open world, while still spawning these enemies, wouldn't this be nice? I mean, it probably would be nice. It could be quite fun. And some clan functions would also be nice, so I don't know. I mean, you could overdo it, you could say you have maps that you could customize slightly, and like in Worms or something. I think in Worms it was semi-procedurally generated. Why I'm coming from an MMO game, from a AAA MMO game to Worms? That's kind of weird. But you know, if you can add some procedurally generated stuff and give the players some impact and tweaking parameters and maybe using it as like your own map or something, I don't know why I'm holding my nose, then it might actually be cool. Or maybe not, I don't know. And then give me an underwater map. Again, I want underwater. So currently at this moment it's not really some constructive criticism, it's basically my subjective ideas with this game. Basically I'm projecting my own game dev ideas on this game. It started well and it became worse, so I think it would be nice to have the guns from Halo, just for fun. Also, when you spawn in the mission, the new light mission, you get this mission from Destiny 1, and then you get this gun from Destiny 1 this year. I think you can't really customize it or something, but it looks totally different. It looks like even more like a real gun but an old real gun. It has this sight and everything. I'd like to have this for more weapons, more of these special weapons, so when you collect the gun it actually feels like something special, and you don't get generic garbage. The reason why I'm calling these boxes that are why they're running? No, that's wrong. The reason why I'm calling these loot boxes that are standing around are this one. Oh no, it's not. The reason I'm calling them trash bins has a reason. No, again, the reason I'm calling them trash bins is for a good reason. This is what I'm messing up to say. I'm so sorry. The game is kinda too hard for me right now. Wait, I probably have to go to a different planet. And my most favorite planet is Moon. Ha 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 ha. It would be interesting to experiment with having these larger areas that are a dead zone, with giving us an option to walk through it. Maybe by again spawning some islands or making a path through it and making somewhat cool. Maybe like with an invisible... having invisible... I'm thinking of something very, very weird. Having a maze that's invisible would probably be kind of hard, and it's really hard to do in a video game, because in a video game you would probably get lost because you have no way to interact with. Actually, it's not that bad of an idea, because if you can shoot it and you see it, might be a good idea. Yeah, I don't know. So note to myself, no mazes, no invisible mazes in video games. Look, I want to climb this. I want to climb this. And of course, if they would start adding space, it would also be quite fun. Maybe some way to jump on these vehicles. You know, you have these spawning vehicles from the enemies and then they fly to space back. So why can't I jump on them? I can jump on them, but why can't I stay on them? Why can't I jump on these vehicles from the aliens, stand on them, and then follow them to their space base? Like an additional area. You know, when you went to Io or something, which doesn't exist. Or maybe it was Nessus, and I think they removed it. These extra areas, it would be cool to be able to spawn at them, but also to get through them to an alternative way. Like when you're playing a mission or something, it also sometimes, I think, spawns you somewhere. So it probably could be cool to actually simply jump on the spaceship from the aliens, stand on it, and get carried away to space. I don't know if it's easy to do this, but I'm again only projecting my own ideas on this game. Throwing knives should be free for all players. And by the way, the whole grenade thing. Why is it so hard to place little grenade boxes somewhere? I'd like to have little boxes that I can go to and then grab them and grab grab grenades so I can recharge them faster. So when I'm stupid like I'm now and I'm wasting my grenades, I'd like to go somewhere and simply refill my grenades. Oh, by the way, yeah, this is it. Here's a dead zone. It would be cool to simply go here and be able to not die like I just did. Or again, at least having some islands that get spawned in the air and walking around here. There were also these alternative versions of certain areas. I think I've seen this on Mars or on Mercury or something. At least on Mercury, where they had the old Mercury, where it was a beautiful jungle. Let's be honest, if we could have this state of Mercury as the beautiful jungle with these plants and everything was colorful, if we could have this, I'd freak out. My sci-fi fan heart would freak out because it's so cool. I mean, it's really, really, really cool. It looks so amazing. I can't show it to you right now because I'm incompetent and because they've removed Mercury, but that's a really, really cool place. Removed, yeah. Radiant Cliffs. This is basically what I mean. This is what I wanted to show you. This is the area that I mean. I know it's too late, but pattern interruption, pineapple. I apologize for that. Yeah, removing a whole planet but not removing a certain area. That's fine. No, I like it. So when we are here, look at this architecture. I'd like to live there.
Move in and take those zones.
Okay.
They are your life.
Okay, I get it. So I'm willing to show you the outdoors. I'm so sorry that this video is kind of messy. Hello? Hi? I don't know this map. I don't... Hi, hello? Oh, yeah, there it is, beautiful. This is where I wanted to go. Wait a second. So this is it. This is what I wanted to show you. Oh, look at this beauty. Look at this beautiful environment. Oh, this is open world, like in Defiance or something, so I can walk around here. Yeah, and please, yeah, these invisible walls. Little constructive criticism. I wouldn't expect to have an invisible wall. There's literally nothing that tells me there's an invisible wall. Aside of, well, the game devs for sure have placed an invisible wall there. Okay. Okay, stop. Okay, yeah, thank you. I like how everything is burned on here because it's so close to the sun. I could also imagine having some type of mission where you are somewhere down between buildings or somewhere down between stuff like this and I can't go on top of it. Yeah, criticism. And where you have a second part of this mission where you can basically be then on top of these buildings and see the players that are playing the previous stuff beneath you. Yeah, stuff like this. Why can't I go up here? Why did you do this? Don't do this. You're not Call of Duty. You're not supposed to be frustrating. It's a joke, okay? I'm screwing on Call of Duty, obviously, here. It could be interesting to give us additional, like, lore missions or something where you explore a lot of secret areas, so it's more for the adventure people. For some people like me, I'd like to have these cool adventure stories, stuff like this. And by the way, we have these bounties and quests and stuff like this. And I'd like to be able to organize these things in a playlist. So when you go to some location like Nessus, for example, you have these little public events and stuff like this. And then you have the little, these things that look like flags. You can walk to them and then activate them or something. Would be cool to have some option to organize this like a second campaign so you can play them through, because it's kind of hard for me to find these things. So I know some of them are hidden. I know they are meant to be hard to be found, but when it's hard to find them, I'm usually not I'm not finding them. So what I like to have is having a playlist or something with all these things, public stuff in one playlist with an option to activate it, and when I start using my ghost, my flying Rubik's Cube, it shows me exactly where I have to go, so I can go from A to B to C and stuff like this. Could be nice. Or maybe not. I don't know if this is in conflict with some other aspects of the game, but I think I like this idea. Oh, by the way, what I wanted to show you, what I should show you is the following. Going here. Then I'm going like this. I'm doing my knife thing, yes, and I'm here. Look how beautiful this is. Why can't we have more of this? Why can't we have more of this? Isn't this beautiful? Look at this magnificent area here. Let's see if this still works. I did something last time. Oh, no, I'm not. I wasn't high enough. It didn't work. I was like Yggdrasil. If I pronounced that somehow wrong, then I apologize. Okay, I'm talking about the tree that has all the worlds on it. You know, Yggdrasil. The tree. Yeah, the tree. I'm suddenly realizing maybe they're recording where the players go in this game. And then they use this data to find out where they have to place invisible walls or something. Maybe, I don't know. Because I think probably I've patched this so you can't get there. Not that there was a particular point of getting there, but you could get in there and then to the right and go climb around there. It was kind of weird. They could also expand this and put a mission there or something. Or maybe this was when people had these flying islands here, I don't know. Let's see if I can land on this one. Oh, I can land on this one. Look, this is what I like. I need more of this. I need some mission where you have a giant area, a giant tree, a giant Yggdrasil tree, and then you can run around on it and explore and be better than I. And Houston, we are landed, or we have landed. Eagle has landed, so apparently I'm in the tree and there is an invisible wall and I'm on the invisible wall. That's beautiful. I can tell you the atmosphere up here is great. I'm streaming live from the invisible wall. Oh, I fell down. I failed. I failed pathetically. I'm miserable. I'm a monster. I'm not even human anymore. Here, this is a patrol. Why can't I have a playlist so I play through all of these patrols? And by the way, if some of these functions are already existing, then I apologize, but I think they don't. So when I'm actually spawning up here, then it's kinda cool because I can magnify my voice. So please subscribe. Look, there's Star Trek stuff going on. Why can't I go up here to the spaceship? Give me this. This is so much more open world then, okay? I don't need no live events. I need stuff like this. This is so nice. It still works. It still works. Okay. If you didn't see it, I jumped. I used my wheel gun. I mean, you have to go here and then I used my blade. Okay. We are still here. It still works. 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 I said it still works. Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry. So my law thing, I apologize for it. And this is what I meant. Look, you can go around here and I'll probably fall down. Yeah, I'll fall down. So yeah. But the lovely respawn mechanic was nice enough to let me respawn here. So we'll go up here. Stuff like this. Let me have some adventures here. Add some functions, some missions, some something. I'm really smart today. So I can go around here. Oh, shoosh. Oh my goodness. Ah, yeah. Shoosh and nye are not words. I'm so sorry. Let's respawn, yeah. Okay, this video is kind of escalating into glitch video, but hey, the video needs progress. It needs story. Okay, this is the story of this video. I'm trying to make a video and I'm messing up because I'm trying to glitch here. Come on, Zip. Hold up. Why the heck did this work? Why the heck did this work? Why? I know. This weird guy wants this game to be every game that he wants it to be. Yes, I confess. This is what I want. I want this game to be whatever I want it to be. This is the point of a video. You call it criticism or constructive criticism, and in fact you're basically rambling about your personal taste. Oh, it's like an Interstellar. Cars. Human scaled protein bar. Let me know where the Tesseract is. Who is shooting at me? What the heck? What the actual heck? Hey, I'm here outside of the grid, okay? I'm going Tron style here, okay? Look, this is such a magnificent setting, and we can climb around here. So beautiful. Okay, let's... Hello? What's wrong with me? Okay, no, nothing. Apparently I'm not playing the game the right way. Okay, come on, climb here. Okay, where do I have to go? Fly up here? Okay, maybe I'll go here. Oh yeah. Maybe here? I don't know. Where do you have to go? Maybe here? Okay. Yeah, beautiful. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, no, it's not good. Okay. Okay, I still know what I'm doing, or maybe not. Okay, there's no... Was there an invisible wall the last time? If not, then... I mean, I'm still here, so they didn't really patch me out of here. You know, most people see glitches and think like, oh, we have to patch it, or oh, can I exploit it? And I'm like, oh, can we expand on it? Couldn't we go and simply make it even worse and call it a mission, a feature? Oh, yeah. Okay, beautiful. Nice environment here. Really nice. Nice fizz and everything. Oh, wait, wrong movie. Channel, wrong channel, I guess. Oh, what's down here? Let's explore it. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. So, yeah, that's basically it. Bye. I think it's a his. It's not a fizz, it's a his. Okay, nice his. Okay, oh. Okay, yeah. Let's see if I can go back. I mean, I won't, but... Oh, yeah. Beautiful. No, do the jumpy thing. Do the jumpy thing! You should... Yeah? How could I fly here? Was there an invisible wall or something? What's wrong with you? Why is this even possible? How can I survive? This is impressive. Oh yeah, I want more of these climbing missions, but with enemies. Beautiful. Very nice environment. Oh, there's another box. Yeah, so they could make these boxes a bit more interesting because they're always filled with cat food, and it would be cool to actually see what's inside. So when someone goes after these boxes and the boxes disappear, they know what they've lost. That's psychopathic. Well, and if this video wasn't incoherent enough, I'd also like to simply see a way of monetizing myself as a gamer, so they could simply give me money for playing this game. I think this is what we all want. I think this is what our goal is, and I think I should dispose myself in the trash bin now. If you thought it was over, it's not over. It's not remotely over. There are still some outtakes. What the heck? And as I've told you, you need a leg. You need legs. You need your legs to be visible. I want to kick enemies in their faces. So these are not real outtakes. These are actually fake outtakes, but I wanted to do a weird video. So when I want to do a weird video, I'm not mixing it up with a video. No, I'm actually mixing it up with a video. I'm not making a separate video of it. This is too incoherent. When I'm making a video, I sometimes might do make 2 videos and then I put them in the same video just because I can. That's weird, but why not? Are you serious? I didn't even know this area. This is apparently a lost sector or something. I don't know this. Do I get coke? Hello? I mean the drink. I can't get through it. Sorry. Apparently we have defeated the enemies so strongly that they're gone. There are no enemies. Hello? Maybe under this rock or under these leaves. They're not even leaves. They're simply weird. Do you know what I like? We have Nessus and we have 4 spawn points. 4 that are kinda close to each other. Although Nessus is big, they are somewhat close to each other. And then we have Europa and we have 1 spawn point. 1. Do they have to pay for spawn points? Because if that's the case, I'll pay for them. I'll give you money for more spawn points, okay? Oh no, I smell a way to monetize this game in that way. I retract that. I'll not give you money for spawn points. I'll never do this, okay? This is not customer demand, okay? I don't demand more spawn points. Don't do it. I'm a free player. You shouldn't listen to what I'm saying. I'm not human enough to pay for money. What? That just doesn't make any sense. There are 5 spawn points here. God damn it, put more spawn points on Europa. I need a sunglasses overlay for the game, so my eyes are protected from the game. Wait, this is not how reality works. Could you imagine what I would do if I could fall these trees? If I could cut them down, I'd go and destroy the whole map. I destroyed everything. I would literally go and destroy everything in this game. It would be so much fun. Oh my goodness, yeah. Could we have a version of this map where this is flooded? Where we have weird bug-like insect snails? Yeah, I messed that up. Coming out of the water and trying to hatch us to death. No, hatch. It's a hatchet. Hatching and hatchet aren't these 2 separate things? I mean hatchet, like with an axe, basically. And a Y. Someone goes after me, be like, I have an axe! And I'm be like, yeah, and I have a Y. You know, like the letter, right? Yeah, this is the most uncreative thing I've ever said. I like how I can simply go and GTA 5 them. Really good. Okay, first constructive criticism on Destiny 2, make it a good game. I'm making fun here, okay? I'm making fun of it, right? This is fun, okay? Don't hate me, please. Please. I love this game as much as these trees were loved by its gardener. Wait, this would mean that I don't like this game because the trees are dried. Which is a weird analogy, because why is it dry? Hey, is this the way? Oh, is this liquid drugs? I know it's engine oil from the Traveler, because he's apparently an engine. I love it, you walk through a canyon and suddenly it says the Dark Forest, and I'm like, yeah, sure, it's totally not intimidating, not creepy. Oh, I can... Are you serious? I didn't... Oh, they actually have gravity here. Okay, that's cool, gravity simulation. Now, I sometimes see on the moon these little spaceships and stuff like this, space stations. Please give us an option to have missions on them. Let us hover over the moon, a few kilometers above it, or a few 100 meters above it. I don't know how low their orbit is. And then let us look down, but have a mission up there. And then they could use these beautiful low gravity effects here that they used. Because this is apparently actually a physical object and I can't touch it because I didn't fly in a proper way. But look, they're flying, they're interacting. That's beautiful. That's really, really cool. I like it. I want more of this. If I would find hovering, flying rocks in the woods, I'd at first take a selfie. Or I'd check my blood pressure because I'd expect to have a seizure. Wait, why would I check my blood pressure? That make no goddamn sense. Or maybe it did. Seizure time. Yes, this is why you are here. This is why you're here on the serious channel, right? Yeah, Matt Damon. Oh, you followed me. You thought you could rob me, right? I'll attack you by dancing. She was checking her GPS, her Rubik's Cube GPS, because she was confused. She didn't know where she should go. Are you serious? I can actually walk around here. Seriously? Oh my god, hey, look, we're documenting a glitch. I didn't know about this one. Really nice. Okay, let's keep making glitch video. Kinda nice. I shouldn't fall down here because I don't wanna go down here. Is this snow? I want a snowy map on Earth. I love snow. Snow is beautiful and you can eat it if it's not yellow. Oh look, it's beautiful. It's magnificent, it's so wholesome. These glitches in this game are wholesome. It's beautiful and they look like beards. I want to remove them. I want to cut it off. Subscribe, like, drop a couple comments. I love you so much. Or maybe not, I don't know you personally.